Iran war ceasefire, a fragile pause in a high-stakes global conflict. In a dramatic turn of events, the United States and Iran have agreed to a 2-week ceasefire, temporarily halting a rapidly escalating conflict that had brought the Middle East to the brink of a much larger war. The agreement, announced just hours before a major military deadline set by U.S. President Donald Trump, is being seen as both a breakthrough and a fragile pause in a deeply complex geopolitical crisis. A last-minute deal that averted disaster. Tensions had reached a boiling point as the U.S. prepared for potential large-scale strikes on Iranian infrastructure. Trump had issued a stark ultimatum: reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global oil route, or face severe consequences. At the last moment, diplomacy prevailed. Iran agreed to reopen the strait and allow safe passage for global oil shipments, while the U.S. paused its planned military operations for 2 weeks. This narrow window has created space for negotiations, with peace talks expected to begin under international mediation. Why the Strait of Hormuz matters. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a regional waterway. It's one of the most critical oil transit routes in the world, responsible for roughly 20% of global oil supply. When Iran restricted access during the conflict, it triggered a surge in global oil prices, disruptions in international shipping, economic uncertainty worldwide. With the ceasefire in place, markets have already responded positively, with oil prices stabilizing and investor confidence improving. Israel, Lebanon, and ongoing tensions. While Israel has backed the ceasefire, there's a major complication. The agreement may not fully apply to Lebanon. Israeli officials have indicated that operations against Hezbollah could continue, even as the pause with Iran holds. This highlights a key issue. The ceasefire is not a full peace agreement, but a limited and conditional pause. A war far from over. Despite the temporary halt in fighting, both sides have made it clear the war is not over. Iran has warned that any violation of the ceasefire will be met with force, while the U.S. continues to maintain defensive operations in the region. Meanwhile, underlying tensions remain unresolved, including Iran's nuclear program (UDS), sanctions, regional proxy conflict, security guarantees for both sides. Even during the ceasefire announcement, military activity and alerts continued in parts of the region, underscoring just how fragile the situation remains. What happens next? The next 2 weeks are critical. Diplomatic talks will determine whether this temporary truce evolves into a lasting peace or collapses back into conflict. Global leaders have welcomed the ceasefire, but many remain cautious. The stakes are enormous, not just for the Middle East, but for the global economy and international security. Watch the full breakdown movie camera, stay informed, and join the conversation rocket. If you want clear, fast, and insightful breakdowns of global events like this, don't miss out. Backhand index pointing right, hit subscribe so you never miss critical updates. Thumbs up, drop a like if you found this helpful. Speech balloon, share your thoughts in the comments. Loudspeaker, and share this with someone who follows global news. Fire, let's spark a real discussion. Do you believe this ceasefire will lead to lasting peace, or is it just a strategic pause before tensions escalate again?